guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today is super fun. A lot of people are curious, but we're talking about if Denver is for you, specifically if it's for you actually moving here.
That's right. We're gonna get some great questions answered for you guys, so stay tuned. Let's get right into it.
All right, as you can see, we are clearly not in Denver, which brings us to our title for this week because we're here in Las Vegas, speaking at a conference, teaching a lot of agents on just everything that we've done with our brand and our business and teaching them how to do the same thing. But while we were here, we got a lot of questions on Denver because it is up and coming. It is a great place to be. It is the talk of the town per se, as far as one of the places to come, especially just Colorado in general. But a lot of people had questions on if it was like, if they would fit in or if it was for them, or well, I'm from California, what about this? Or I'm from Las Vegas, what about this? So again, it leads us to our title. Let's just have the conversation. Is Denver for you? So we've conglomerated some of those topics of discussion. We've got some of our own that we think would be good for you guys. Most importantly, it is for you guys, but we'll be talking about what we think is most important to consider if Denver's for you or not.
Getting into number one here, what kind of made this video spur is that when people are moving out here, one of the first things that we ask you guys on the Zoom call is, hey, what's bringing you out to Colorado? Funny enough, there usually is no good reason that people are coming here outside of we vacation there every year, we want to get out there full time, or we came to visit a family member one time and we couldn't stop thinking about Colorado, how beautiful it was. It always comes down to the nature, the vibe, and yeah, sometimes people's jobs bring them out here, but for the most part, people are moving here solely because they want to, not because they have to.
Which, I don't know if you need a bigger reason for that, or a better reason than that, but especially since post-COVID, with all these companies that they're more okay with remote. Some people go in once a month, some people go in once a week, some people don't have to go in at all, which just makes it very flexible. And I would say probably at least half of our clients, maybe more. It's all pleasurable. It's all preference. Hey, we're allowed to work remote. We've been here before. We love it. We love to live here. Man, like I wish we had something more romantic to say when it comes to that, but a lot of it is just their personal preference and experience with Colorado.
It's the truth. So with point number one being, Colorado will 100% be for you if you are a person that likes nature, you like outdoor activities, you like chill vibe culture of people that work hard and play hard at the same time.
If you don't like getting stuck in traffic, great, because you don't get stuck in traffic. Your average mile per hour when it's rush hour is like 37 or 42 miles an hour, and that's in a heat. So as far as like our infrastructure and highways and byways, getting guys from point A to point B, we've talked about that so much, so I don't want to like overly talk about that, but some things that I've like reminded my family about when it comes to California or when we've considered going other places. Part of this channel, we're here, we're not going anywhere. It's, well, if you live in the hills of California, it's like, how do you get back all the way down into Laguna?
Take the 105 West and exit on Cabo. When you see the Zanko chicken on the left, turn right. Take Venice and follow it all the way down. Then you're in Marina Del Rey.
And then the traffic, and then, well, where's the grocery stores? And do you have everything you need, or is it just fun to just go to that one place and just vacation because you don't have to leave that mansion that you're at or the hotel resort that you're at? And like, it seems like, oh my gosh, right here in front of the ocean. But with traffic and different things, like from living in California, there's just more things that come with it that might not be pleasurable, but there's not a lot of unexpected things when it comes to Colorado that you're just gonna go, what? Oh, right? You might think snow, but you know about that. And we have more sunny days than any state in the country, so it doesn't stay very long, right? So there's just not a ton of unexpecteds that would deter or change your opinion or make you regret moving here versus some other places. All right, everybody, point number two is coming. I'm sure he's got the expertise on it, but before we get there, we're just gonna remind you that we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, so we love more to help with those real estate needs. So a number that's popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to. But with that being said, let's get back to it.
Let's go. And expanding on Will's point about traffic and infrastructure a little bit more, our second point is that Colorado is definitely going to be for you if your state is super crowded. That's the other big thing we hear from a lot of people when they're coming from places like Florida or Texas or California or New York or Chicago. Those are our primary places where people move to from here. One of the biggest things they're saying is, man, it is just so dang crowded in my state, and it takes me 2 hours to get to work in traffic each way, and they're done with it. And a lot of the locals might watch this and they're like, Colorado's too crowded. And I'm like, you've never been to DIA. Any one of you guys who've actually flown into Colorado, you land at Denver International Airport and it is nothing but plains out there.
I expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this.
That John Denver's full of shit, man.
That's what people think sometimes, especially when you land, if you're facing east, you're not facing west. Yes, you can see the mountains from the airport, but if it's cloudy that day, you might not be able to, but you literally think you landed in Kansas until you get a little bit closer. But there's just so much unincorporated that's expanding. And what's great about that is some of this unincorporated space, we showed this in one of our last videos, are these huge master plan developments where they are literally just more oases with commercial and residential, everything that you need, where you don't even necessarily have to go into the heart of Denver unless you've got a special occasion or you specifically want to go there. But these master plan developments, I feel like they're taking some concept from big states like Texas, but they're implementing them here, which is great.
Now, if you are looking for really good school districts, regardless of what part of town you choose to live in, Colorado's also going to be for you. Colorado is known for its extremely well-designed educational programs for students, and honestly, it's hard to find a bad place. It's hard to find a bad school district here in Colorado.
From that to just different types of schools. So Montessori schools are very popular out here. You've got different charter schools. You've got great homeschool programs. So if you're not quite sure if you want to do public schools or Montessori schools or private schools or the homeschool programs are amazing. The different networks you can get into are amazing, and the way that the schools communicate with homeschool programs have come a long way. We're considering that for our kids, so we're right in the heart of diving into some of that, and a lot of it was more impressive than you might think. So even if it's that, it's just great education, but it's also the flexibility of the type of education that you can have while you're here in Colorado.
It's true, and when we're on these calls with you guys, a lot of you guys are like, hey, I have kids and I'm very interested in a good school district. Some of you guys don't have kids, but you still understand the importance of being in a good school district.
For resale.
For resale,
100%.
yep. And we'll have these conversations and they're like, hey, Eli, where is the best school districts to go? And I'm like, man, any of these places, any
Colorado
of these
as a
states,
whole,
you can find it.
Colorado as a whole is extremely above average when it comes to education. Probably the top 10 states, top 5 states. Your top 5, top 6 school districts overall pretty much cover the entire Denver metro area except for some spots north of Denver. But for the most part, wherever you land, if Denver were a clock, and that's the center of the clock, anywhere from 3 o'clock all the way down to about 9 o'clock, even 10 and 11 o'clock if you count Boulder County.
Yeah, Boulder
District
one.
Schools, which is number 1. You're pretty much covering 85% of the Denver metro area having a top 5 school district.
Now, next up, if you are sick of paying high property taxes in your state, you are going to love Colorado.
Right.
On average, you're looking at 0.5% of your total purchase price of your home, all the way up to about 1.1% if you're in a new build community.
Correct.
If you're in an older, more established neighborhood that you're gonna find out here in the Denver metro area, you're gonna be closer to that 0.5% mark, and it's gonna range all the way up to the new build communities or higher because they need to build new schools, police stations, fire stations, plumbing, water, and all that infrastructure that you're gonna need. But even our highest property taxes, a lot of times are half of what you guys are paying here if you're moving from someplace like Chicago or Washington or something along those lines.
Correct. And on topic, but different, off topic from what he's talking about. Colorado, just to give you guys a little bit of a depiction, we are like a melting pot for the entire country. You've got northeast here, you've got north here, you've got southeast here, you've got direct south here, you've got west coast that's here, but you don't get a ton of like opinionated people that are like not embracing diversity.
Right.
You get a lot more curiosity when it comes to trying different foods, meeting people that come from different backgrounds or different parts of the country versus like when we've gotten to some different places, people tend to be more segregated and have an opinion of something different versus just a curiosity of it. Does that come into lifestyle here and being so active and just upbeat and just more engaging with experiencing different activities from Red Rocks, whether you're working out there or seeing a really cool concert there, whatever it may be. Everyone in Colorado, I don't want to say everyone, from our experience, from a lot of our clients' experience, it's very exploratory. It's very curious, right? Like Colorado's a very curious state when it comes to the demographic that's here, which just overall gives like a chill vibe, but it's upbeat because everybody's out doing stuff, having a lot of fun, but there's very little judgment, there's very little diversity or segregation from new things. So if you're like, no man, I don't like that, well, wherever you're coming from might be better for you. But if you're open-minded, if you're cool, if you want to have some fun, or hey, if you're a little bit more introvert and you like minding your business, well, you mind your business with other people, it'd be great for you. But I think as far as like all of our travel, people that have come here, probably one of the most curious states when it comes to overall just demographic and how much people dive into new stuff and embrace different cultures here, which in trade also influences our food culture here. Downtown and our food culture, like just growing across the state. amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing,
yeah.
and that there's never just the same spot that you have to go to. We've got our first couple Michelin stars at some restaurants here in downtown Denver. We'll throw a list in a link below. We've got that list. I can't remember the names off of hand, but I think there's 3 or 5 Michelin rated restaurants.
We had none before.
We had none.
Yeah.
I think now we have like 3 or 5.
Yeah.
But they're not just all like steak and potato restaurants.
Yeah,
there's a couple different ones on there that are really cool. But again, the diversity, the curiosity everybody has, domino effect into everything that Colorado has to offer, and the people that are coming here and what they have to offer. So if that's something that excites you, if low judgment excites you, this would be a great place for you.
That's right, and that leads into our last and final point.
The number popping up below.
No, not yet, not yet, not yet.
We're gonna pop it up below anyway and remind you that
Actually,
we are licensed
yes.
brokers here in the state of Colorado. And yes, just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with those real estate needs. So the number that's still below.
That's right.
We are the guys to answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. If we can help you, we would love to. If you're curious about Colorado, we'd be curious about helping you. Last word.
It's not gonna have the same impact now. Call the number below. That's it. I was trying to steal his line, and he sensed it coming from a mile away.
Listen to me. It's my birthday today.
It is
We are
his
filming on
birthday.
October
It is
4th.
his
You guys are going to
birthday.
be watching it this weekend. For him to try to do that on my birthday, just like of all days.
I know.
He's trying to get rid of me.
Happy birthday, Will.
Appreciate it.
We
Hey,
love
much
you.
love for you
We
guys.
appreciate
you guys
you.
have been awesome. From our families, from my mother passing, from us having kids. We have been with you guys for about 3.5 years.
Yes.
We've had babies since then. You guys have been so great. Again, my mother passing was super hard. You guys were super cool about that, reaching out on social media. Our birthdays, whatever it may be, we feel like you guys have become family, and several hundred a year of you become family members when it comes to transactions that we help with. We were excited to make some new families become family with us, but either way, I think I'm getting stuck in some reflection because I'm 39 this year.
It's true.
And listen, you guys have been a huge pinnacle
have.
part to our future, to our present, and everything we've been able to do and provide for our families. So it's hard not to want you guys to come through this camera and to share it with us and to come to Colorado. We've got some private networks that you guys get to be a part of if you guys purchase homes here. So everybody we get to introduce you to is just really cool, and I guess you could say, as less salesy as I could be, it's just like we're super eager to help you guys and put you in a good position to only win for your families, but just be a part of something bigger than yourself as well. And we feel like there's a great culture with that here in Colorado.
We appreciate you guys.
100%.
We'll see you next week.